Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see me do this look, keep on watching. So you guys, when first this tutorial I'm going to be using a lot of my Crayon case products. So we're going to start off with the eyebrow gel in dark brown, and I'm also going to take the Crayon case angle brush that they do sell with the eyebrow brush. I believe you have to purchase it separately, but I absolutely love this brush. It honestly reminds me of the Anastasia brush, except it's a lot cheaper, and I like it a lot smaller, and it also has a spoolie at the end, so I don't have to worry about trying to find another spoolie. I do want to let everybody know that all of the products from the Crayon case that are used in this video were sent to me in PR. I'm really thankful for being on this PR list. This is my first really big PR list, and I literally got everything out of this collection. And so pretty much all the Crayon case products, actually all of them that you see are being used, I received in PR. So shout out to Super. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity, and hopefully more opportunities to come, you guys. So as you can see, I'm just outlining my eyebrow top and bottom with the brow pencil, not brow pencil, you guys, pomade. And I'm just outlining them first, and then you want to draw them in second, and you'll see in a few seconds that I'm going to make like hair strokes. You don't want to go in and just color, especially with pomade, because it is very pigmented and very dark. It's almost like filling your eyebrows in with eyeliner. You kind of want to be really sparse and really gentle with it and make hair like strokes, so that way some of your hairs will push through if you do have fuller eyebrows like I do. If not, you may have to go in a little bit darker. But if you do have eyebrows like me, very full eyebrows, very little product goes a long way. So next we're going to take my P. Louise base, and I believe this is in the color Rumor 3. And I am going to take, I believe this is a 212 MAC brush. I'm pretty sure that is it. Y'all can correct me in the comment box below if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is a 212 brush. I should know this because I work for MAC, but me knowing my numbers on my brushes, that's one thing that for some reason I go blank. But I am just taking that flat brush, and I am carving out the bottom of my brow. I only do this on the bottom. I do not do this on the top. I actually do not even actually put concealer on the top of my brow in this video whatsoever. Normally I do, but I really like the effect that it gives, and usually now I won't even put concealer on the top of my brows or anything, just because it gives a very natural full brow finish. So you'll see I'll do this on the first eye and the second eye, and then I'm just dragging it down, so that way when I go to blend the rest of the product out on my eyelid, it will be easier, and I won't have to try to get the product inside of my eyebrow. And as you can see, I am taking a beauty blender with the rest of the P. Louise base, and I am putting it all over my eyelid. I learned this trick from Nikki Tutorials. Take a dry beauty blender, not a damp one, a dry one, and use it to apply your P. Louise base, because sometimes using a brush can take a long time to blend it out. I know you'll see her using a really flat brush to apply this. This is another option for those who don't have all the time and the patience in the world to blend it out with a brush. Y'all, I don't have the time and the patience. So next we're going to go into the Watch Me Blush palette by the Crayon case, and we're going to take the color Berries, and I'm going to take that color on a flat shader brush. I cannot remember what number this brush is. I told y'all, me and my numbers on my brushes, we just can't get it together. But as you can see, it is a flat brush, and I am just packing it on my eyelid in a circle. I am packing this in, and you're going to see why I'm doing this first. If any of y'all watch P. Louise do her eyeshadows or any type of like British style eyeshadow, you'll see them pack the eyeshadow on first, so that way you get your fullest color payoff as possible. I promise you, especially if you're doing really detailed colored eyeshadow, this is a great technique to make sure you get all the color and all the pigment on the eye first, because if you just went in and started blending, it just would have been too blown out. Because I did this the day before. I was testing this eyeshadow palette out the day before and it was all over my eye. This eyeshadow palette is actually a blush palette, but this palette is so pigmented, you have to pack it on your eyelid. So as you see, I'm just packing it on my lid right before the crease area. Next, we're going to go in with the color Cranberry from the palette, and I am not sure what this brush is called. It is out of the Crayon case brush eyeshadow brush set, but I was using a 217 eyeshadow brush to begin with from MAC, but it wasn't packing it on. It pretty much was just blending it out everywhere, and I needed it packed onto the eyelid. So I'm just packing that on, and then I'm going to go in with a clean 224 MAC brush. And this is when the blending gets intense. I literally spent forever blending this eyeshadow out, but it ended up beautiful in the end. But you want to take a clean brush, and I just took whatever was on my eyelid and just blending up that cranberry color up into my crease area a little bit more, and I just want to blow that out and smoke that out as much as I possibly can. And I'm going to do that to the other eye, and I will end up going in with a little bit more color, because as you can see me blending it out, it of course takes away some of the color intensity that I initially laid down. So you want to go back in and refresh the color a little bit, so that way you get all of the color, because right now it's a little pink instead of red or cranberry colored. So you definitely want to go back in with a little bit more color, and I believe I go back and pack on some more color, and then I blend it out again. And then I'm going to take that same eyeshadow shading brush I was using, and I'm going to pack in some more of that berry color, because as you can see it has dissipated a little bit. And then I will blend those two together with a small, really tiny blending brush. Here I'm just taking that same shader brush that I was blending those two colors with, and I just added a little bit of that cranberry color on the shader brush, just so I could intensify that cranberry color just a little bit more, and blend those two colors together effortlessly and look like they just blend together perfectly. Next, I'm going to take a flat concealer brush from MAC, and I am going to carve out my eyelid with the P. Louise base in Rumor, I believe Rumor 3. Rumor 3 and Rumor 4 just look so similar to me, at least my skin tone. Of course, Rumor 3 is lighter, but Rumor 3 and Rumor 4 to me don't have a huge difference on my skin tone. So if you're my skin color, there's not a huge difference, so you can either order one or the other. I promise they're gonna look pretty much the same thing. And so I'm just gonna cut my crease, and I'm going a little bit over my eyelid. I do have slightly hooded eyelids, and so I just want to go above it a little bit so that way the color doesn't transfer on my eyelid. And then I'm going to lightly tap out the edges so that way when I put my color on the end, it blends effortlessly in with the cut crease. Next, I'm taking another small shaded brush that is clean, and I'm taking the berries color, and I am just going to buff it out on the edges of my eyes so that way there is a seamless blend between the eyeshadow and the half cut crease. You don't want to just, this isn't a full cut crease, so you don't want to just leave the edges just there. You want to pack and then slightly brush forward so that way it blends and has a gradient effect. Next, I'm going to take Old Banana out of the Watch Me Blush palette, and I'm going to take it and lay it flat on my eye, and I'm going to pack it on my lid color. Not my lid color, I'm gonna lay it flat on my lid, and I'm going to put the color on my lid. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all watching the same thing I'm watching. Y'all see it. Y'all know. Ignore my words. Ignore me. Next, I'm going to take that same shader brush that I was using before, and I'm going to mesh those two colors together, and I'm going to buff out the edges of the crease just a little bit. Then I'm going to take my Crayon Case Gel Eyeliner. As you can see, my camera died and did not film me putting my lashes nor my eyeliner on. But I am going to take my Born This Way foundation in the color Butter Pecan, and I'm also going to take MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Foundation in NC50, and I'm going to dab this all over my face, and I'm going to blend it out with my Crayon Case Beauty Sponge. I do want to say about my eyeshadow and my lashes, I did not do any type of wing. I made sure to try to mesh the eyeshadow and the liner together at the end, so I did smoke those two together. So pretty much you want to put your eyeliner on like you would normally do, but don't wing it out. Stop it at the end and leave it there. It is a gel eyeliner, so it will dry matte, and it will dry wherever you put it, so make sure you're really precise with it. And take that same berries color you were using and blend those two together and smoke it out a little bit, kind of like how I was doing with the eyeshadows together, smoking the gold and the berry color together. You just want to smoke the eyeliner and the deeper color together and pretty much blend those two together, so that way it looks like it just fades into the eye instead of just a really crazy line on your eye. But I feel like y'all can see this. It's really hard to describe, but I think y'all see. And as you can see, my foundation was just a little bit dark. I'm in the in-between phases of summer and fall and winter, and my foundation color just seems to never be accurate, so I'm just taking a little bit more of that Born This Way foundation and going on top, and I'm just going to blend this all down my neck, and I'm going to blend it into my hairline and move my scarf out the way, so that way there's not a line across my forehead. Next, I'm going to take the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in Warm Sand, and I'm going to place this underneath my eyes. You know, tribal style, everybody does this. Underneath the eyes, bridge of the nose, forehead, cupid's bow, and my chin area. So next we're going to take a Real Techniques setting brush and we're just going to buff out that concealer. I will say this is a very, very tedious process, and to me you get the most effortless blend and the most seamless blend. But if you're pressed for time, just use a beauty blender. I had all the time in the world and I probably took too long on this makeup look, but I probably, now that I can go back and redo it, I can achieve this in half the time that I did. I was just trying a new technique with the eyeshadow, and I was definitely trying out this brush technique. I had seen TaylorMade Jane use this, and I just love how her eyeshadow had been looking. So I'm just buffing this out. Not her eyeshadow. Her concealer had been looking. It just looked very, very flawless. So this trick I learned from Lily Galici. I believe I've told you guys this before, but I blend out all of the edges of the concealer first, and then I go in underneath the eye last to blend that out and get as much coverage as possible and wait till it dries. So as you can see, I'm just blending out the edges with the setting brush, and then I'm going to end up going back over it with a beauty blender just so I can blend the edges out, because you do not want any harsh lines with your foundation and concealer. That is the quickest way to ruin a foundation. So I'm just taking the butt of the beauty sponge, which has foundation on it, and I'm meshing those two colors together. And I felt like I needed some more concealer, so I'm just placing a little bit more on the edge of my face, and then I'm going to buff those two colors together with the butt of the sponge again, and you're going to see this effortless blend, you guys. Next, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder on that sponge that I flipped over to the opposite side, and I'm going to put it wherever I put concealer at. And I'm also going to put it on my eyebrows to set my eyebrow hairs from having the gel move everywhere. Also, the P. Louise base that is on underneath my eyelid doesn't set, so that is what the translucent powder there is for, to kind of set the the highlight underneath my brow and my brows themselves. So now I am taking my Black Radiance setting powder in the color Golden Glow. Yeah, that's right, Golden Glow. And I am just taking this on a Judy brush, and I'm just setting my entire face. So now I'm taking my Crayon Case contour composition brush. Not brush, y'all, I'm going to get this together. My contour composition palette, and I'm taking the color Berkey, and I am taking this on a fluffy powder brush, and I am just going to bronze up my face, y'all. I am a bronzer fiend. I am a bronzer fiend. I love bronzer. I love bronzer. I love bronzer. I can't even stress this enough. I love bronzer so much. So now I'm taking that darker shade, and I'm taking it on a small fluffy brush just to carve out my cheek just a little bit, and I'm going back over that just to blend out the harsh lines that were on my cheeks. So now I'm taking that cranberry color and I'm just dragging it underneath my eyelid, and I'm also going to go in and get really close to my waterline and deepen it up with the berries color. Don't get confused between cranberry and berries. Berries is that dark purple color, and cranberry is the reddish cranberry-ish color. And then I'm going to take another fluffy brush like the ones I've been using for my eyes earlier, and I'm just going to buff out those edges so that way it almost gives like just a very seamless smoked out bottom eyelid. Not eyelid, I mean, I'm gonna get my words together, y'all. I mean, y'all know what I mean. Y'all see, it's not an eyelid, under eye, face. I don't know what that area is called. The under eye. It is called the under eye. Y'all excuse me because my grammar is just shot right now. I'm gonna get it together, you guys. It's just late. I'm gonna get it together, you guys. I love y'all from trooping through. Y'all know me. I love you all. Next, I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to apply Golden highlighter from the Crayon case in my tear duct area. And then I'm going to go in with some Big Shot mascara by Maybelline on my lower lash line. And then I am also going to go in with the gel eyeliner from the Crayon case on a angle brush, and I'm going to apply it in my waterline so that way I have a little bit more definition on my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take the color Tangerine and I'm going to apply this on my cheeks with a matte contour brush. And like I said, this palette is a blush palette, so I'm using it both eyeshadow and blush. Next, I'm going to take the Crayon case highlighter, Honor Roll highlighter. This is their pressed highlighter. They have four loose highlighters that are very beautiful, but I really like this pressed highlighter for more of a natural glow. And I'm going to apply this with a Morphe fan brush. Next, I'm going to take the Crayon case lip pencil in Bare and I'm going to outline my lips, and then I'm going to fill my lips in with the liquid lipstick called Marie by Crayon case, and I'm also going to apply the lip gloss by the Crayon case in Clean Kisses. And that is the look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. This is hands down probably my favorite look I have done to date. Like, my foundation is popping. My foundation is popping. Okay, my lipstick popping. My skin flawless. My highlight beaming. My eyeshadow blending. My brows on fleek. My edges laid. Like, everything about this look is popping. I promise you, this is the best I've ever looked ever in life. Like, okay, like, yeah. So, and I do want to mention that the lashes in this video are from the Champagne Lash Bar. I will link that below. And they are the lashes Bloody Mary. They are mink lashes, so they are wonderful and fluffy and large. And I do want to point out that a lot of you may not know this, but one of my eyes is bigger than the other, so that is why the lashes look a little bit off. It's not my lash application or the lashes, it's just me. But if you want to see anything more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below, you guys. Please, and click the bell button so you can see more of me. Bye.